What's up, guys? Welcome to Sterling on Cinemas, and that's Cinemas with an S. And today I'll be giving you my review on Ant-Man and the Wasp. Now, before I begin, if you're new to this video, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment on the section below. And most importantly, watch. So, Ant-Man and the Wasp. Ant-Man and the Wasp sees Scott Lang grappling with the consequences of his choices in Captain America Civil War as both a father and a superhero. Y'all remember that moment when he went giant and he caused collateral damage and he was on the Anti-Accords team, hence Team Cap? Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Approached by Hope Van Dyne and Dr. Hank Pym, Lang must once again don that Ant-Man suit and fight alongside the Wasp. The urgent mission soon leads to them to get the assistance of Dr. Bill Foster, formerly known as Black Goliath, as he's called in the comics, to learn secret revelations from the past as a dynamic duo finds itself in an epic battle against a seemingly powerful new enemy. Now, the story of Ant-Man and the Wasp. Honestly, when I first saw this movie in theaters, the story of Ant-Man and the Wasp didn't feel as compelling as its predecessor. But just like the heroic duo themselves, some aspects of the narrative go hand in hand and are very interdependent. For example, the comedic tone feels much stronger than the first one did, and instead of focusing on discussing on how microscience works in the anatomy of the Ant-Man suit as the first one did, it discusses more about the quantum realm. And this is something that was teased in the first movie, and the focus here is to get Janet Van Dyne out of there after a quantum entanglement inside of Scott's head. And what she put inside of Scott's head was a message about her whereabouts in the quantum realm. And about the quantum realm, the only thing we heard about it before it came out is that, according to Hank Pym, it is a reality in which all concepts of time and space become irrelevant as you shrink for all eternity. That was just my best Michael Douglas impression. My bad. The one thing to extract out of that is that info of time, because we all speculated and know that the quantum realm would go on to be a crucial aspect, not just in Avengers Endgame, but going forward in the MCU overall. Which is why Ant-Man is the most important character. That's it. With Ant-Man and with this Pym technology, it will be crucial in the long run. Ant-Man and the Wasp is also the first so-called rom-com, which, if that's the case, adds another layer to the Marvel's distinct variety and makes it easy for Paul Rudd, since that's what he's known for. See, I told you it would be something will work out in this role. Ant-Man and the Wasp will always be the MCU adventure we all need, especially after you watch the devastating events of Infinity War. So you may get some of that breath of fresh air. Ant-Man and the Wasp makes it feel more like a self-contained story than the first one did, because it was sorely focused on the city, his friends, and their mission. The characters. So like I said, it was a nice treat for Ant-Man and the Wasp to finally deliver the first titular female character after a history of female supporting characters, starting with Pepper Potts, Black Widow, Gamora, Okoye, Shuri, Nebula, Scarlet Witch, but she is the first. This is the first MCU movie to have a female's superhero title in the title. After Hope Van Dyne was teased to don the Wasp suit during the post-credit scene of the first flick, we were just eager to see both of them flying side by side, her on her wings and him on Anthony. In spite of him not really doing a lot of impressive action in the role, Paul Rudd will always be there to bring that same comedic charm towards anybody in the same room with him, as well as the audience. Scott Lang's colleague Louise, Kurt, and Dave are not as integral to the story as much either, because they were very integral to the first movie as far as this heist to save the world from chaos. But you can never go wrong with Michael Pena. The casting of Michelle Pfeiffer and Laurence Fishburne is just another instance of Marvel Studios including veteran actors into the Marvel Cinematic Universe to attract other generations to the theaters. Smart move. I love how Marvel comes up with these different strategies to attract different audiences. Like if you're from a different age, a different generation of cinema. They may attract veteran actors so that they may get much older people in the audience to also love these movies with their kids and grandkids and siblings. And Marvel was pretty known for having a huge villain flaw, like I said. Remember, I said this in my Thor the Dark World review and Guardians of the Galaxy review. They were not good with the supervillains. And this was pretty evident with villains like Malekith, Ronan the Accuser, Caecilius, Yellow Jacket, the list goes on. But currently, Phase 3 is the only segment in the Infinity Saga to break this curse, to break this cycle, with villains like the Vulture, Hela, Killmonger, and most recently, Thanos. But Ghost is one of those villains whose motive is simple to understand, but it still feels weak. Like, the phasing is cool and all, but she's trying to get a bunch of particles just so she can survive. I mean, I get that, but the way she does it is not enough. Like, she's trying to extract particles out of Janet, and that's going to kill Janet. Just so she can survive. But nevertheless, at the end of the day, she was healed, and that's a good thing. Rotten Tomatoes gives Ant-Man and the Wasp an 88% score. While I didn't think the whole movie overall was as good as its 2015 counterpart, I will have to give it 8 SOs out of 10 for still being a fun comedy. The story didn't feel as compelling to me. Characters were great, all of them. And the world building and the foreshadowing for Avengers Endgame. Oh my God. Nobody saw that ending coming. Nobody. We could figure that. Because Ant-Man and the Wasp was one of the best distractions from the events of Infinity War. This is one of those MCU movies that takes place during another MCU movie. And I bet while you were watching this, you forgot all about Infinity War. Because that's what self-contained stories do. And that is what sub-narratives do also. Because like at the end of the flick, it perfectly sets the tone up. It reminds us that these other heroes have already lost and that this new hero will be here to save the universe. So that is my review on Ant-Man and the Wasp. You can let me know what you guys think about it in the comment section below. Do you like this one or do you like the first one? Let me know. But I'll see you guys later with my next video. Bye.